Okay, are we going here? I guess. Anyway, kind of in reverse order, folks. I got this guy split. As you can see, it's the Yardworks, basically a Craftsman, same. This Canadian Tire version, here in Canada. Tecumseh 10 horse, 10.5. The big wheels. Decent enough traction that they don't need chains. Blah, 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 all that. But what's happening is I'm changing belts. And I kind of did it in reverse order. I started the video halfway through. There are 4 bolts, 1, 2, and 3, and 4 on the other side. And then just this spring, whoop, that has the handle. When you pull the handle, it engages that idler this way and tightens that belt around this pulley right here and engages the auger. This one, basically, we gotta try to get that pulley, that belt rather, around that pulley, to sneak this belt around behind this guy, and then up around over here, and then go down the other side. It's just about impossible, I think, to get this belt on without splitting it. It just makes more sense. It's easy to do, and then you can clean some of that crap out of there too. But for the most part, we'll try to get this belt, new belt, around the pulley down here first. So I'm going to go at that, and then I'll come back to you. Actually, while I'm doing it, this one here is pretty easy. There's a bolt down there. If I can tip this. There we go. This guy, you just have to loosen a little bit. You don't have to take it right out. And it will slide out this way, allowing this to come off. And if worst case scenarios, you can pull this bolt and just pull this to get it off. But that's going at it a long way. And then, as you can see, this guy is a lock. When you push it like that, she opens up, allows your belt to come off. So I'll change that belt too. Anyway. Okay, fellas, as you can see, this is a 19, and this is 9/16. You can see that too, I think. Oh, well, anyway, it is 9/16. And we're just going to loosen that off a little bit, and then we can pull that nut right out and put the new belt on, tighten it right back up. So before scooting off up to town, I go to my hilarious House of Frankenstein belt collection and just see what's happening there. And I have 1 or 2 that look about right. And by golly, I might have one here. Oh, no. I'm measuring this one. And this one is a 4L340. Okay, so this guy doesn't bear any number. I couldn't find it anywhere. Anyway, I took a look at my belt collection. There was another one here. This bird here. And in fact, this guy, what do we got here? An AP46. Way too long. So, the hilarious House of Frankenstein belt collection didn't do it for me. No, needless to say, I'm off to town to try to find the new one. I'll be back. And you soon find out that things aren't all as they appear. And yet you look at this side, she's A1. She's A1, but then when you look at this side, the telltale signs. And that's what you got and what you're dealing with. And yet this side looks absolutely lovely and almost undetectable this way when it goes around the pulleys and everything. But when you open her up and turn her sort of, if anything, backwards, you begin to see the truth. Just thought I'd say. Continuing on here. this wasn't too bad to get down through there. I used, which I have right here, is a beautiful tool that I bought. Oh, now where'd you go? Come on here. There it is. This I had bought. I'll show it to you here. It's a long-handled outfit with a hook on the end. And it's great for like getting a hold of springs. You know, if you need to, you can grab a belt. You can help a belt on and off. Pulleys, you can hook behind things. You can do all kinds of things. Anyway, as I'm doing, I snuck this guy down behind there, and I can wiggle that plate, if you can see it, wiggling. I got this belt right down there, and all there is that drive wheel that goes this way. It goes this way and rubs on the back of this plate. And just like this, I was able to open that spring and get that belt behind there. Now this is a bearing. The bearing was good. I checked it when it was off and when I had the two separated. So now I got everybody back in place, and I just hope that this belt isn't too long, and I'm just, well, I've got it sort of, I'll get this out of the way. Oh no, behave everybody, please. Now I've got in reverse order to put these guys back there. And of course it's not lined up exactly. Oh, okay. I see I have to lift the body a little bit because this tire, as a matter of fact, it's a little flat. Anyway, what I was going to do is this, to check the tension of that belt. Yeah, see, I didn't want to do that. I don't want that coming apart. I was going to try to pull the arm here and just see how we're doing as far as being lined up. We're lined up here on this roller, and when it comes through here, it comes around this roller. We're good there, and then the spring connected over here onto that, and it's going to pull that belt tight. Now, I'm going to try to hold this and pull. No, you know what? That belt's too loose. That belt's not coming over far enough. Yeah, so I bought two belts, which is what I do normally at TSC. Well, formerly TSC, now it's called PV Mart. Anyway, I got a shorter belt, so I'm going to put it on there. So before I put it back together, I'm glad I checked that, because now, the thing is though, I have got this option. I can do this here. I can bump it over to here and it pulls faster and more, and I might be able to get it with that. So I might try that first. Let's try that, see if we can come up with something. I'll get back here. I bumped that guy up to the next hole, and by golly, it did her. As you can see, tightened that belt up a lot more. So I think we're going to be all right. Anyway, we'll try it. Okay, fellas, just wanted to finish up on it here. I don't I don't particularly want to be seen, but anyway, did the usual tires. Went over all the hand controls. In here, in behind here, most of the time there's a mouse nest. Took that all off when I had the recoil off. Did the recoil for him, put a string in her, put a handle on her. It's not the right handle, but that's close enough. The electric start was good. New spark plug, oil, gasoline, took the tank off, rinsed it 3 or 4 times. Pulled the muffler off, cleaned the carburetor, pulled the whole carb off, pulled this guy off of here, this shroud. The intake manifold is easier to get those 2 bolts once you get the muffler out of the way. Take those 2 bolts off the intake manifold, and the whole carburetor and the structure and everything comes off. Put 2 brand new belts on underneath there. lubed the chute all inside around there. Okay, hit that with WD-40, and then I hit it with the grease that's a lithium grease that's good for all season, a light grease, really light. This guy here too is the snout. It tips the snout up and back. You can aim it in direction. Give that a little squirt down in there too. And last but not least, in here, this transmission, I popped the lid there and I greased that up with that lithium grease as well. Real light stuff, nice. Oh yeah, checked our electric start, good to go, everything. And then I had it tipped up on its snout, and under here, excuse me, where our badge is and our name and our model number, serial number, all that, pulled that plate off of there. There's 4 bolts. You can see 2 down at the bottom there, and then there's 2 further on down around. You pull that all off and you can lube all of them axles, all of this mechanism up here. When you shift it, you see it changing down there. That slides that drive wheel, and it just basically had a complete going over. And oh yeah, one last thing. This is an 1156 in this one. Changed it to good to go. So really, I didn't leave anything on this one. Oh yeah, the tires, they were a little bit soft. I just popped them up, straightened them out. Our level here also is set good for the bucket to go down to a certain amount, and then it won't, it won't suck up like in our laneway here, a bunch of gravel and all that kind of stuff and throw it up against people's cars. Doesn't make it very happy for Mama. She gets all excited about things like that. And or broken windows in the house. So there's all those things to consider. Anyway, that's pretty much that. I just wanted to finish up that video and call her good.